come back for another week of URC action. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. And we are good to go, I think. Just waiting for the stream. There it is. All good to see that the stream is up and running. We got the music going. So hopefully everyone is had a good Thursday. And now it's time for some racing championship action around Saudi Arabia. Fez McBride says he's ready for his win. See what you can pull off. Right. When I do every stream, I make sure I go through. I see track selection is right, weekend instructions, short qualifying, long race. 25 laps. We have tonight. Obviously, the rules and flags is the one to look out for. So obviously, corner cutting is strict. Safety car is on standard. Formation lap is off. Yeah, it is a night race. If you go to weather and time of day, it's dynamic. Session start time is realistic, and forecast accuracy is approximate, as every week. Simulation settings then is reduced and standard. So we have this. We have a new debut tonight. S Storm 587 in the Ferrari tonight. He is our new lad in the Ferrari colours. And there's also a new lineup in the Alfa Romeos of Jinx and Marley. Wolf has gone to Williams, but he's not racing tonight because of a toothache. His teeth are in pain. He needs to go to the dentist. We're pretty much waiting for people to join up. We just have a couple more people that need to get in. And then once they join up, we'll be good to go for qualifying. Should be dry weather all around in tonight's race. So we really shouldn't see any rain around Jeddah. It never really rains in Saudi Arabia. Not that I know of anyway. So we shouldn't see any rain. But if we do, we see rain. It's simple as. Shall we go through the standings after Netherlands? So after the Netherlands, Banter King leads the championship by 12 points now, going into Jeddah this week. So he has a pretty good lead ahead of McBot, but McBot will be going for a race win tonight. Marley is P3 after finishing P5 last week. And then Rando and Shanos, the two McLaren boys, are P4 and P5. And then Monosaurus is P6. Griffin is P7 after a no points finish in the Netherlands. Kajoko is P8, Wolves is P9, and Twin Gene is P10. That is your top 10 in the driver's standings. P11 is Bluefoot. He's just edging out. He's actually level on points with Twin Gene going into this race. Wicked Red, who hasn't raced since Great Britain, is in P12. Rayan is then 13th. Ryan Curran is 14th, and then obviously the five other drivers who haven't scored points are Sully TM, Aaron McCann, Jinx, Storm, Pat Kenny, and Glenn Mack. And Pat Kenny is serving a race ban in tonight's race because of actions from last week's race. So people are talking about Kota, which is next week, and that's before our season break. So we're just gonna make sure people are joining. Some people are still yet to join. There's Twin and there's Ryan. Right, so we're here anyway. Someone's requested to join. Just a friend request, I guess. I need to accept this then. I don't know why people just cannot listen. No one should be readying up until everyone's in the lobby. That's unfair to beat other drivers who haven't got in yet. Right, we'll get everything up then anyways, and get qualifying underway. I'm thinking about that, Wolf. I'm thinking. I'm quite frustrated that drivers readied up when I told them not to. Hopefully. So here's SJR the fourth in the Williams. He's the only Williams driver tonight, because obviously one of them has a race ban and the other just can't race. We got the two Haas boys coming out the pit lane. What else have we got? We got Marley on a lap then. So Marley is the first one, I think, on a lap. So we'll see what he can put in. You know, he's P3 in the standings, so he'll want to try and keep pushing for against the top two lads. It's a good first sector at 33.3. Takes the hairpin nicely, doesn't make contact with the wall, almost loses the car. So he's done well there. But in a good middle sector. It's a competitive middle sector. We'll see how he does in the final sector now. And he's invalidated. So his lap won't count. Who else is on a lap? Bluefoot is on he's on a warm-up lap because he's not pushing. Anyone else on a lap then? Like anyone coming to the end of their lap? Banter King is actually coming to an end of a lap. Oh no, he's starting one. So who's finishing a lap then? No one's finishing a lap just yet, it looks like. As SJR puts in a 1:28.8 in the Williams. I did accept it. What do you mean, man? This is why people don't ready off. Yeah, okay, I got it here. Sending an invite. Okay, you should get that invite now, Harrison. And just choose your car, AlphaTauri. Good. Harrison has joined the session, which means he'll be in the AlphaTauri. So Faith McBot puts in a 1:29.1. And SJR has the fastest lap at the moment. As Ryan goes P3, Storm has lost it in the first sector and he's binned it. So he is out of qualifying in the Ferrari. Yeah, he's in now, Gaffo. He's in the session. Here's Ryan Curran on a lap. What can he do? I think he'd like to start from the top 10 and not from the back of the grid. And he's pitting. He feels he needs to go back to the garage and put some work on some things because he's obviously not feeling right out there. Shano's on another lap, or he's on an in lap. I think he hasn't got enough ERS to push again. It looks like. So Banter King's P9 at the moment. His banker lap is a 1:31 flat. He'll be looking to improve that. Yeah, he's 2 seconds down. He's on an in lap. A lot of these guys are on in laps at the moment. Looking like Bot's going again. He really wants pole tonight. He'd be fortunate to start at the front because it means he can control the pack if he gets away into the lead into turn 1, obviously. But let's see what he puts in on this lap then. I hate when people invite me to games during fucking Sudi, baby. Fuck off. He's a 10th down in his time, so FaZe McBot is not improving. I think it's on a pair of old tyres. And he's made a little contact with the wall there. So FaZe McBot looks like he's struggling. But his championship rival Banter King is also struggling in P10 at the moment. As Marley is now setting a new lap, so his invalidated lap didn't count. And he's going again now. As he comes into sector 1. So 33.3, that was what he set the first lap he'd set, and it was obviously invalidated. So Marley's teammate's up in P5 now for the Alfa Romeo. Marley's best qualifying position was P2. Harrison's left the session. He should be able to join back with the invite I've given him. He's putting a 1:02 in the middle sector, so this could be again a competitive lap time. He should go quicker than Banter King, so he should jump P10 with this lap. And Marley goes P9 with that lap. So as I said, he'd jump P10. That's a good lap from him. And he should be happy with that. P9 is a good position to start from on the grid. But it's kind of like, it's also in that bunched up start as well. So we'll have to see what he can gain from the start on lap 1. 25 laps we have of Jeddah this evening. But get your race predictions in. Put them in the chat below. Do you think SGR is going to grab Williams' first win of the season and get them back up into the midfield pack? Or will someone else win the race tonight? Who's going to win this race? As Harrison has eventually joined us in the AlphaTauri. So he's missed a couple of minutes of qualifying, but he should get out there eventually. The two Aston Martins now haven't set a lap yet. Now these guys are P5 in the Constructors' Championship. They have a bit of a little comfortable gap over Red Bull, about 10 or so points. His Rhinoceros has invalidated, and that's his lap out the window. Ryan Kern or Marley to win this race. As Ryan Kern went P4 actually with his lap. Wow! A 1:29.761. That's a competitive lap time from Ryan. Remember, he did qualify P2 in Great Britain, so he does have the ability to show good speed. He's on in that clearly. He's pushing again as Rayan's into the pits in the Alpine. Yes, Marley is very consistent as SJR has gone quickest again. He improved by 30 hundredths of a second. Sorry, 30 tenths. It's a great lap time, a 1:28.806, so almost a 1:28.8 flat, pretty much. We'll hop on board though with our Season 1 champion as he takes on the reins of the first sector. Takes it very nicely, I have to admit. He needs to improve his lap by 2 tenths. He's set a purple sector of 84 tenths. Makes little contact with the wall there. It might have cost him a little bit, but not much. Like, it wouldn't have cost him a lot. Takes that curb very nicely, so to avoid invalidation. Could this be pole for FaZe McBot? He's able to get into the 1:28s. He's just in the early parts of qualifying. He's 3 tenths up. Oh, this could be the lap. This could be the lap to grab pole position after Williams. The last time a Williams set pole position was Season 1 Mexico, round 9. Here comes FaZe McBot to the line. This is where it matters. And he's gone at 1:28.789. That is the time to beat. Set by FaZe McBot. All purple. All purple sectors there. What a lap by FaZe McBot in the Haas. As Rayan is on an outlap, he's ready to go again. Getting as much curb as he can there on his outlap. And here he goes. Can he grab pole actually? He wasn't far off. As Kajoko goes P3 with a 1:29.1. Comes into the first corner, the McLaren there, getting out of his way. Yeah, Banter King he looks like he's struggling alright. Remember, this race, it could be huge for the championship, because look where look where Banter King is. Separated by 13 cars at the moment. So Rayan a little bit cautious through the first sector, but he's managed to put a purple sector. This is Rayan's pace. He's a tenth up on his time in the first sector. He scored points on his home soil last week, as Wicked Red has retired in the first sector. Out of the first sector, I should say. So a poor qualifying so far for the Mercedes has just gotten worse. Ryan is 3/10 up now in the middle sector. So he's put in another purple sector. This could be a good lap for Rayan. Could he have a front row start? His first front row start. He started P3 last week, I think. So he just missed out on the front row. Oh, he didn't pull a Verstappen off, which is good to see. DRS enabled then, to the line. He goes pole, 1:28.746. Very, very impressive. He gained a lot of time in that last sector. And Rayan in the Alpine could have Alpine's first ever pole position. What a lap by Rayan. Yeah, Rayan is on controller, so to pull a lap off like that around Jeddah, which is such a wheel circuit, that's impressive. That is admirable right there. Well done, Rayan, well done. Anyone that's on a lap at the moment, Ryan Curran is on a lap, hoping to get some big points this week. As he has a car in front of him, is he blocking Shane? Okay, he's cutting corners there to save tyres. That it looks like he was trying to rush back to the pits there, but it shouldn't cause anything. But he will have to get out of the way, but he's on a lap, it looks like. As that AlphaTauri of Harrison gets out of Shano's way. Let's see what Shano can put in. The McLaren's P3 in the Constructors' Championship. He's a 10th up, Shane. So he could get into the 129s. He's hit the wall there, and that's front wing damage. That's lost him a lot of time. And it doesn't look like he's going to improve on his championship now. Wolves, you say the championship would be so interesting. Exactly. I think Rayan's going to get into this title fight towards the second half of the season. As Shano stays P9. He lost a lot of time in that last sector because of the contact with the wall. Jinx, I think, is on a lap, is he? Oh, and he's completely lost braking there. Why is he stopped on track? He has to be careful coming back onto the track now. Yeah, he's causing yellow flags here. A lot of yellow flags caused by Jinx there. That looked like he just completely lost the brakes on his car. As Glenn Max on an outlap in the second Ferrari. Ryan Curran, well, it was going to happen in this session. He's retired in the pit lane. He must have, surely. Because there's FaZe on track. So Ryan Curran has retired in the pit lane. Okay, fair enough. He didn't actually bin it on track. So Ryan thinks his lap is good enough for P5. Anyone else on a lap? Glenn Mack is preparing to go on a lap, so he's on his out lap at the moment. Banter King is setting a lap again. Folks, make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new for race week action every Thursday. Ryan, I thought you actually lost it on track, but you only retired in the pit lane. I'm sorry, but like you've lost every other week, so you have to understand why I went to that assumption. As Banter King now comes to the final corner, where will this put him? He's P16 at the moment with that 131 flat. So it's clear he's struggled, but what will this lap time be? It won't be enough to challenge the top. He goes P5. So he's jumped Ryan Curran as Kajoko retires in the first sector. And Banter King has taken P5 there. Can someone... Shano's made a mistake on his lap. Jinxie's invalidated his lap, so he won't improve. Harrison has gone P11 with his lap, so he won't improve. Here's Twin Gene though, he hasn't put in a lap yet this session. Oh, this could give off big Max Verstappen vibes if he gets pole. This could give off big Verstappen vibes if he grabs pole here. Look how close P1 and P2 though are between Rayan and FaZe. Here comes Twin Gene. He's put in a purple first sector. Where will this put Twin Gene then? Will it put him up near his teammate? Could Red Bull lock out, sorry, P4 and P5, the second and third rows? As Ryan Curran will start from the third row. That is confirmed, P6. Unless Twin Gene can get ahead of him. Comes to the line. Into the 130s, he goes P11. So did Twin Gene lose a lot of time in that last sector? Because he was setting purples. And a 130.1 is the best he can pull off, unfortunately. So P11 for the Red Bull. Shano is P12. He struggled a lot in this qualifying session. Marley's only P14. And the two Astons. In their fight for possibly fourth with McLaren, that's a disappointing qualifying for them. So that is qualifying. Rayan gets his first ever pole position in this league. He's only been racing since last week, and to grab pole position here, that is mega stuff. So Rayan on pole for the Alpine, their first ever pole position in the season in the league. FaZe McBot is P2, locking out the front row. SJR on his for Williams is P3, Kajoko is P4, Banter King P5, Ryan Curran P6, Jinx is P7, Randall P8, P9 is Griffin, Glenn is P10, Twin Gene is P11, Shano is P12, Harrison is P13, F1 Marley is P14, Wicked Red is P15, the two Aston Martins are 16th and 17th, and Storm, who DNF'd in the session, is P18. He'll start from the back of the grid. So, what a qualifying. We obviously will go to 5 red lights immediately, because we have no formation lap again. So random, obviously you seem frustrated with your lap. It's all in the race to make it up for. You only score points in the race. Unless you're outside the top 10. So we should have a dry race for this session. So yeah, a dry Jeddah as we expected. We'll have to see what the drivers will be, what tyres they're using, who will choose the longer strategy, who will choose the mediums, who will start in the softs. It'll all be very interesting to see who does what strategy. But let's get ready to go to 5 red lights then. Here we go for 5 red lights around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. And it's lights out and away we go for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's a good start from Rayan leading the way into turn 1. SJR just trying to fight FaZe McBot into turn 1. There's carnage in the back with the Red Bull. And Ryan Curran has been involved in that spin. I don't think he's taken damage from it though. But there's a AlphaTauri in the wall there. And doesn't look like it'll be any VSCs, as Wicked Red has gained up to P12. but Rayan leads the way after that first lap. So there was carnage into turn 1 as expected, as he tries to pull away from FaZe, but FaZe McBot is gaining that time back. As Griffin's all over the back of Banter King here. He's had a good start. Shano has a good start as well. Both McLarens have had a good start into this race. Twin Gene has gained about 4 places since that start. Storm has gone from P18 to P9. Wow. And Wicked Red has dropped back to P15 as the Haas of Ryan Curran is on the attack, trying to make up positions again. Jinx, Randall goes very wide there. As FaZe McBot has set the fastest lap, but they're fighting for it side by side into turn 1. And Rayan comes out ahead as well, but McBot almost had him down that main straight, as SJR now is in this battle for the lead, trying to stay with them. So far a pretty much clean getaway as there's drivers in the pits. Rando, Ryan, Wicked, Marley and Glenn onto the hards. They're going for a longer strategy. Marley's put on the softs for some reasons. This could really contaminate his race, as Ryan Curran gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner. So that could come into play in this race big time. They would need a safety car to get back into this race. It's an Aston Martin who spun in the big straight, like sector 2, and he's just lost the car. He doesn't look to have any wing damage, but Bluefoot looks like he's struggling in the early stage of this Grand Prix, as Storm is getting overtaken by Jinx in the Alfa Romeo and drops to P11. Rayan has set the fastest lap now. He's defending very well from FaZe, and as Griffin has put in the fastest lap, really on the back of Banter King applying the pressure. An Alpine 1 and 5 at the moment. This is a really good performance so far from the Alpines. And Griffin, the low revs through that corner, he's doing everything perfect. He's staying with Banter King, trying to force him into a mistake. Look at the exit, he's getting so much more of a better exit than Banter King. Is he going to try and challenge him here? He had a look at it, he thought about it, and then chose wait till the DRS, because look how close he is. I've never seen this pace from Griffin. He's trying to go around the outside. And Banter King defends, he plants the car very well. Another Aston has spun the car, as Rhinoceros and Kajoko are fighting each other. Now Griffin has to play the DRS game very smart here. He cannot overtake him till the main straight. That's where he gets the move done. Oh, Banter King has screamed the wall. Does he have damage because of that though? He's trying to defend from Griffin. And there looks like there's a VSC, because I don't see a safety car coming out. And Griffin's like, Banter King got lucky. Yeah, there's a virtual safety car for some sort of on-track debris, and Banter King got lucky there. Banter King got very lucky. Griffin would have had him. Griffin would have definitely had him, and it would have been an Alpine 1 and 4. No doubt on lap 4. So Griffin, the pace is with that Alpine this week. But now all drivers must reduce their speed by 40%. By 60%, so they have 40% power going around this track. They must abide to the delta. And Banter King has a sigh of relief now as DRS is enabled. The virtual safety car has ended and that's put Griffin in an attack position. He's been able to recharge his battery, but so is Banter King. He has more ERS, no wing damage. But Banter King, look at Griffin, look at the exits he's getting. As we go back to the leaders, because FaZe McBot is closing in on Rayan now, as the Williams has spun. Oh no. Oh no. What looked to be going so well for the Williams team, and I saw the spin in the back of FaZe McBot there, and FaZe McBot has overtaken Rayan in the first DRS zone, as he has to defend from Rayan. Rayan's going to attack him again. Rayan needs to wait. He should wait, but he doesn't, because now FaZe is going to attack with the DRS. He does. Look at this side-by-side racing right here as Rayan. Is Griffin going to get Banter King? No. Griffin made the move on Banter King, and Banter King got the DRS back. As Glenmack has a time penalty, Ryan Curran has dropped back to P18, and SJR is in for an early pit stop. He's probably going to put on the hards, is what it looks like. I think he had a spin, I believe, but he had to pit as well for hard tyres. As Shano has a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Now, can Rayan keep up with FaZe? Will he, or because if FaZe pulls away, Rayan might have to commit to an undercut strategy. But so far, he's staying with FaZe, as Rando has put in the fastest lap. He's obviously on soft tyres, and he'll have to pit again. Rayan knows it. Rayan knows that, well, he feels that right now that the win is there, as Banter King picks himself up a 3-second penalty. That could be huge in this race to the final result. Rayan, he keeps overtaking in the part of the track you don't want to overtake. This is where you want to make the move, but he doesn't have DRS. It's FaZe who has DRS now. He's going to go for the move anyway. These two will go side by side again into turn 1. And Griffin is too far back to make the move on Banter King. This is a potential rivalry right here, as Rayan goes a little bit wide there. He might have got a warning, but never mind. He doesn't care. He pushes on. He's charging down. But this could be a potential Season 3 rivalry, in my opinion, as Jinx goes wide and there's a safety car, and there must have been some sort of carnage, because that has brought out a full course safety car. Now this gives the leaders a free pit stop. First safety car, 6 laps in. Not bad. That's one safety car and a reasonable thing. Obviously there must have been a collision on track that might have caused it, because look at all the time penalties coming in. Harrison has picked up one, Jinx has picked up one, Storm has picked up one. So there must have been some collision. But who pits? Who pits? Who stays out? Does McBot pit? That's the question, because this brings Ryan Curran back into the race. He's on the hards. It looks like he's pitting though, is he? Or is he staying out? I think he's staying out. Okay, everyone is pretty much coming in. Griffin is coming in. He's made the right choice. Shano stays out. Interesting. Has anyone else stayed out? Twin Gene is in. He's made the right decision to come in here, because if he stayed out on that softs, it would have compromised him big time. And he is on to the medium tyre. Can these go to the end? Oh, Twin got held up. He got held up by Rhinosaurus. And Kajoko stayed out. I just missed that as well. What? Griffin got a... Oh, Griffin. Speeding in the pit lane. No way, man. I didn't see that. Thanks, Wolf, for pointing that out. Look at all these time penalties. They're going to decide everything. Bluefoot's come into the pits. But the safety car is out now. Wow, wow, wow. This is huge. As Twin Gene has a time penalty. What did he get a time penalty for? When did he get 3 seconds? Oh wow. That's impressive. That's not impressive, that's strange, that's interesting. Interesting, I should say. So McBot's on the hards, he's going to the end. They'll take a while to obviously get up at the temperature. And Rhonosaurus is on fresh softs. So the Aston Martin's choosing an interesting strategy. Bluefoot, I think, in my opinion, is on the right strategy. Not sure about Rhonosaurus. And look at the beautiful city of Jeddah. Absolutely beautiful on the game. It's a beautiful circuit. Beautiful, beautiful circuit. So far, it's been very good for racing. So what about under safety car? Let me know what you thought of the opening 8 laps. Lap 1, there was a big spin by a lot of cars. We saw Rayan, we saw Rayan and FaZe going at it. We saw a lot of spinning and a lot of penalties, a lot of time penalties. Ryan Kern got more bad luck again. I mean, it's a lot has happened in these opening laps. All this going into Kota next week, before the week break. Wolves is excited for Season 3. Yeah, I think it's obviously really early to be thinking about Season 3. But obviously I am in talks with the head of operations of the league about Season 3. We spoke about it yesterday actually. We had a server meeting and basically looked at what could be improved for Season 3 and what could be done. And yeah, we're looking forward to it, obviously, with the calendar, the drivers, the teams. It's all going to be very good, hopefully. So Shano will be our leader. He'll be on the restart. So he didn't pit. He's been on these mediums since lap 1. Safety car is in this lap. We're going back to racing conditions. The whole field is bunched up again. Is Ryan going to attack FaZe McBot going into turn 1? He looks like he has the speed. He's trying to warm up his tyres a bit more. And he's not going to attack him. As Storm and SJR are going head to head into turn 1. And so is Rando and Wicked Red. As FaZe McBot all over the back of Pajoko. There seems to be a car off in the back. That's Jinx and Twin Gene. Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo in the wall. Who's that? That's Marley. So it's Carnage on the safety car restart. That would be that could be an incident to be investigated. As SJR has dropped down the field. He tries to come back at Harrison. The two reserves tonight are really fighting each other now. Let's go back to the top 5. So Rhinosaurus really has to make the best out of these soft tyres, because tyre temperatures are going to make the tyres lose temperature so quickly and just degrade and deteriorate over very little laps. At the moment he doesn't look like he has the pace though, as Rayan is looking at Fraser Bott, who's going to try and make a move. Harrison has retired with, and who was that with? That was with a Ferrari of Storm, so that is why the safety car is back out, because of the debris in 2 cars have caused a collision. And look at that, Shano has missed the pit lane, so it just came out too late for him, and that's another safety car. And it just went in. But collisions are collisions, that can't be faulted by anyone. Ooh, Ronan. Too much power there on the softs, on those tyres, and that's just cost him, that's put him down to P13. And it's put Griffin just behind his teammates. The 2 Alpines, 4th and 5th. At the moment, their best ever race position. And if they finish here, it'll be their best ever finish as well. As a team, I should say. As a team. So Ryan Curran, with all the carnage that happened after the safety car, he's back up to P11, but he does have a time penalty that could cost him big time. Rando's on fresh mediums, these will go to the end. Twin is on softs, they won't go to the end. Marley's on hards, and Harrison is out of the session, so AlphaTauri will score no points in tonight's race. So Williams, at the moment, will be looking to overtake them for P9 in the constructors. Yeah, Gaffo, I know. Shano missed the pit lane when the safety car came out, so he actually got unlucky, and I feel bad for him. But he does have a time penalty, so they might pit this lap. I don't know. They won't want to give up position. Ooh, Kajoko there giving a little bit of a block to FaZe. That could have ended up in a bit of a, that could have ended up in tears there. Oh, he's going to the socks. Oh, fair enough. His twin jeans into the pit lane. I don't think he meant to put on the softs though, so he's on the hards now. So I wonder if Kajoko is committing to the same strategy that Shano is trying to pull off here, by making the mediums go to like lap 15, lap 16, and then going on to the softs. So are they committing to a one-stop strategy then for mediums to softs? Right. Sorry, I yawned. So in my opinion, the two Alpines are in the best position, because Griffin knows he's not going to fight Rayan. I would hope. I would hope that Griffin is going to try and fight off the cars behind, because he knows Rayan is probably quicker than him, to try and make the difference, because Griffin is ahead of Banter King, who he was fighting a couple laps ago. So Griffin just has to try and hold off the drivers behind to allow Rayan to put the pressure on the net race leader, Benjamin Ross. Safety car is in. That was very late. I found that was very late for the safety car to come in. Oh, he's caught Kajoko out there by a lot. As Bluefoot and Banter King are looking for a fight here in turn 1. Oh, he's going to dive up the inside. That's brave by Bluefoot to go for that move. As now SJR might make a move on him in the Williams. Oh, Bluefoot there really did squeeze out SJR as Rhinosaurus has gone wide. Oh, Kajoko's had a spin. He's hit the wall. Oh, both Red Bulls now out of the points. Marley gets 3 seconds. Wow, wow, wow. Interesting. As Glenn and Ryan are going at it now as well. They've got Rando on the back of him. You got that on video? Cool. Did he just lose the car? Look at Randall, look at that tyre. That mediums are coming into play as McBot gets Shano. Could Randall go for a double move here? Could he treat us to a double overtake? Oh, he tried to get the move on Ryan there. That's made him to come off the throttle a lot as Ryan makes the move around the Ferrari and up into the top 10. Oh, Randall gets a great exit on Glenn there. But he has to stay back for another lap. And we'll come back to that fight shortly as Wicked Red's on the back of Rhinosaurus. He goes very wide though and contaminates his racing line. And that allows Rhinosaurus to pull away. As Ryan is past Shano, it was important for them to get past. Because now it's back to him and FaZe McBot. This is a Jeddah rivalry here. What we're seeing tonight. If the win is not in doubt, if the win is not possible for Rayan here, the podium is what he wants as well for the Alpine team. And you see FaZe McBot is just pulling away a bit more, and he looks like he's doing a bit better on these hard tyres in comparison to Rayan. As Bluefoot is fighting SJR, S Junior. Griffin and Banter King going at it, and Banter King tried to come back at him, but Griffin is defending. And Banter King gets past the Alpine up into 4th for the Mercedes driver and the current championship leader. SJR and Bluefoot giving us a hell of a fight here for P6. Obviously SJR doesn't have penalties, but I'm sure he'd like to finish 6th, and wow, what a move up the inside by the Williams driver. Oh, he almost spun the car there again as Griffin and Banter King cut the track there. I don't think he was given much room, but we've seen Griffin cut the track in Miami illegally. Yes, I admit that was I knew it was illegal. As soon as I saw the move again, it was illegal. Is Griffin going to come back at Banter King? He is. He's going to go around on the inside and make the move. That was legal. That was legal. And there's a car who has spun. That's Wicked Red in the Mercedes. And down in P15. And it's not looking good for the constructors leaders so far. Same with Alfa Romeo. They're both out of the points. Their rivals, McLaren and Haas, are both in the points. As is a Ferrari who has a bit of a mishap. And that's Storm, yeah. With the Mercedes of Wicked Red, McBot's put in the fastest lap. The two Red Bulls are in a race of their own at the moment at the back of the field. And McBot now just really dominating on these hard tyres. He's maximising them to the biggest extent. He has more ERS than Rayan. He's really pulling out a dominant lead here. So Rayan is struggling on the hard tyres more than the mediums, but he's gained a little bit more time back there through the first sector. If he can get DRS, it'd be good for him. Wicked Red is into the pits. He's on to mediums. He'll come out in 17th, and that's a Ferrari off. Is that gonna... That's just a spin. It shouldn't cause anything. SJR on the back of Banter King now in the Williams. He's got past Griffin as well, I forgot to mention, as there's a yellow flag in Sector 1 and Sector 2. That's Storm who's spun again. And Banter King is saving ERS. Is he going to try and make the move? Look at this, Griffin's on the back of it as well. Does Griffin have the speed to gain 2 places? No, he's got Banter King alongside him. He cannot make that move just yet. And there's another safety car. What's happened? Is there a reason why the safety car is back out? Well, this gives a free pit stop then. So, a third safety car. Doesn't look like we'll hopefully get more than that. As much as we got last week. We should only get really one safety car around Kota next week. Because the Kota is a big track. Like, it's so spacious, you can't really lose the car. And if you do, you're in the runoff. As FaZe McBot doesn't pit, Rayan does pit. Has FaZe made a mistake by not pitting here? Because it looks like Rayan has made in my decision the right decision to pit onto softs, I would say. Obviously he might jump a couple of people, but he has Rando ahead of him on medium tires. So I don't know, has Rayan has he either ruined his race on a chance of a win, or can he breeze through this field of traffic and win the race? Has McBosh just maybe cost him the race win? It's hard to know. Let me know what you think of in the comments. Again, thank you for liking the stream. 3 likes, really appreciate it. Support has been really good with the views as well after the races, so if you missed the live stream, the race is there to watch, and it can be watched back because there's always some good racing despite a lot of safety cars and carnage, but there's always good racing. We see a lot of side-by-side racing in this league. As much as it's mixed ability in terms of skill level and league level, the drivers here definitely put on a good show. And I say that with an emphasis. An emphasis. So Harrison leaves the session very much feeling bad for him, as AlphaTauri scored no points this week, and at the moment it solidifies herself in 9th going into the USA next week. So I'm curious, where's Rayan gonna finish then? He'll get the fastest lap, I think, but he'll get a podium. Shano's also on the softs, but he has a time penalty. And if it's a 3 seconds time penalty, Shano's got 8 seconds of penalties. Oh my god. That's bad. 8 seconds? Everyone doesn't have a time penalty. McBot doesn't have a time penalty. SJR doesn't have a time penalty. Randall doesn't have one. Rayan doesn't have one. Rhodosaurus doesn't have one. Yeah, speeding in the pit lane isn't going to get removed, if that's what you're thinking. They never get removed. It's not part of our league. You have to be mindful of your speed in going into the pit lane. You have to follow that speed, or else you have every right to get penalised. Could cost him. That 8 seconds, well that 5 seconds could even cost him a lot. So the safety cars in this lap, FaZe McBot will lead the field away. As it stands at the moment, Haas will jump Alfa Romeo in the Constructors' Championship. They move to 2nd. And then for McLaren, they are currently on 6. So they're getting 8 points if they finish in these positions, which means they'll stay P4 at the moment. They won't jump Alfa Romeo. They needed 15 points or more to jump Alfa Romeo tonight. So it mightn't be this week that McLaren jumps Alfa Romeo. They might be able to keep their P4 at the moment. Now Rayan makes his first move. He gets past Rando. That was crucial. That was crucial for Rayan to make that move, as he has 4 cars ahead of him now with penalties. As Shano gets another 3 seconds. He's doing this to himself. My god. Marley gets another 3-second time penalty. It's time penalty central here around Jeddah, as Shano makes the move on his teammate. McLaren's swapping positions with Rhodosaurus trying to go around the outside. Rayan is catching Jinx now. Look at the soft, they have such a big difference here. As he makes the move clean and done on Jinx, as smooth as you like by Rayan, by the Dutchman. I've always wanted to say that. As Banter King has spun to P17. Oh my god, what has happened to him? Oh, this is big for the championship. McBot will lead the championship. As it stands, McBot leads the championship going into Kota. This is where the title race changes. Banter King's had a huge spin as Rayan has passed Glenn Mack into turn 1, sends it up the inside and goes up to 5th. He now has to get past Bluefoot and Griffin. As Ronosaurus retires in the pit lane. Surely in the pit lane, right? And Banter King is into the pits. Just 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining. And there's Jinx, who has spun. As in the McLaren, one of the McLarens is taking wing damage. That might have been Shano because Kajoko is attacking him. Oh, very much squeezed him out. But Kajoko makes the move and gets up into P8. Look at the time penalties. They go all the way back to Banter King in P16. Ryan now is chasing after Bluefoot in the Aston Martin. As SJR is only 7/10ths off, as Storm picks up another time penalty for the Ferrari team. Now DRS should be active this lap, and it is DRS enabled. As Ryan has put in the fastest lap. Look at him, there he is in the back. Can he catch up and take the race win? Didn't he spin the car? As Jinx retires from the session, Gaffo, if you want to report Jinx, you can. If you feel he was doing something wrong, report it, because I can't see everything. So if you see something I don't see, or I didn't get a clear look at, then just report it. Request it even. It's a yellow flag, sector 1, that I think is Marley. And the Banter King gets another 3-second time penalty. As Wicked Red has spun, oh my god, both Mercedes out of the top 10. This has been Mercedes' worst race since Singapore of Season 1. Where Blue Gunner only crossed the line in P9 and Michelangelo DNF from the session. As Ryan up into P4, he's making moves. His teammate really shouldn't fight him here. Griffin should just let him by when he gets the chance. As SJR goes quickest, as he's fighting McBot into turn 1. What the fuck? Another safety car. How did that come out then? How has that come out? As Glenn Mack has retired from the session, where did he retire? Oh, and he retired in the pit lane. Four safety cars. It's not as bad as last week, but I didn't want 4, especially with 3 laps to go. Oh my god, that chain, that's gonna screw up Rayan. That's gonna screw up Rayan. And Shano retires under safety car. Has he crashed that now intentionally, or did he just spin the car? Gaffo, I need you to tell me that. What happened to Shane? Wicked Red and Glenn Mack has crashed. Oh my god. So a safety car then with 3 laps to go. Wow, this really does change everything. That possibly has stolen the race win from Rayan. He got on the podium. That's a definite. He lost the rears. Okay, thanks for confirming. Cold tires. Okay, thank you. Thanks for confirming. So lap 23 then, the safety car. We would hope that it might come in this lap, but I don't think it's going to. So Rayan might just have to settle for a podium today, and what could have been a race win has been robbed by a safety car. It's simple as, I think. Maybe Rayan wasn't catching with Bob, we don't know, but I think, in my opinion, Rayan's been robbed there. Look at this, both Mercedes are outside the top 10. Absolutely crazy. The leading constructors. Gaffo, he's allowed to defend, regardless of his tyre age. He is allowed to defend a position. It only depends if he was doing it. The safety car's in this lap. Okay, we're going back to green on lap 24. So Rayan has a chance. Trying to get as much temperature into his tyres. He has a chance. He just has to. This is his chance. This is the Dutchman. I've always wanted to say that in a league race, because now we have a bit of a Max Verstappen in this league. If only he was in a Red Bull. As McBot's already pulled away. Here comes Rayan then. Surely his teammate gets out of the way. Oh my god, his teammate defends from him. I don't understand what I'm seeing here. As Kajoko's out of the session. And Storm. Oh my god, it's a turn 1 pile up. Jesus, lads. That would have been a safety car if it wasn't the second last lap. Oh, Griffin! Griffin's had a spin! Oh, Griffin. Rayan now is trying to hunt down the leaders. Does he have the grip? Does he have the pace? And Ryan Curran is P4. Hang on, what are the time penalties? Oh my god, Ryan can finish P4. Unless Rando has anything to say about it. Here's SJR on the back of FaZe. Could we see last lap drama from these two? Is SJR going to go for the move down the main straight? This is the last lap. FaZe McBot defending it so well, like a true champion. But Rayan is there with them now. As Twin Gene and Ricket Red have made some contact in the first sector, and Marley as well with them. Twin Gene got disqualified. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I generally don't want to know what happened there with Twin Gene. As both Red Bulls don't score points. Can SJR make a move? He's so close to FaZe McBot in the last lap. Is FaZe going to have what was done to Kajoko in Miami? Is SJR going to steal the win? He's going to try and make the move. Will Williams stand on top again? Is he going to go for a switchback? McBot defends for his life to the line. FaZe McBot wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. SJR crosses the line in a very, very close P2. And then Rayan grabs his first podium. Ryan Curran. Give your hats off to this gentleman. He picks up the fastest lap and P4. Haas, if I'm correct, are very close to Mercedes now in the Constructors' Championship. What a result for the Haas team. I think that's driver of the day for Ryan Curran. Yes, it is. Come on, Ryan. Come on. What a drive by the Haas cars. And there's McBot, his second win of the season. He had 2 podiums. He had back-to-back podiums in obviously Great Britain and the Netherlands. And now he's won this race. SJR finishes P2 as well. Rayan picks up his first podium and a big 15 points for the Alpine team. Ryan Curran, his best ever result and the fastest lap. P4 picks up 13 points as well. Rando's P5, Bluefoot's P6, Banter King is P7, Marley's P8, Griffin P9, Wicked Red is P10, Kajoko is P11, P12 is SS Storm, P13 is Shano, P14 is Glenn, P15 is Jinx, 16 is Ronosaurus, 17th is Harrison, and Twin Gene will look into this disqualification, but he is disqualified from the session. He finishes P18. What a race. What a last lap. Williams are on the podium again. That's a fantastic result for the Williams team. Right, let's get the lads in for an interview. We'll just go back to the showroom there. And we have a very famous question to ask Ryan Curran. Oh my god, what a podium we have. Let's just get them into the party. For the post-race interviews hosted by myself. Because we don't have David Coulthard. We couldn't get a hold of him. So we got Ryan Curran, SJR, Rayan, and FaZe McBot. All getting them into the party. So Ryan Curran will be our first to interview as he is driver of the day. Virtual showroom. Straight to the Haas. Oh, please show the cars. There we go. Hello.
How's it going, Sham?
How's it going, guys?
Will Griggs on fire. Your defense is terrified.
Where's Ryan Curran? Where's Ryan Curran?
Up the half. He's joining. Don't you fucking worry your little face. He's joining.
Does this man not want his interview?
Oh, what a race. Man, I was fucking IndyCar 2 wide in that last fucking sector, man. I'm gonna shit myself. Actually, I did shit myself. Code Brown. Fucking Ryan Curran, get your fine arse from the party, you sexy stallion.
Ryan Curran, join this party, please. You
Man,
have a
unlucky to,
question.
can I just say, unlucky to Griffin. He really deserved to get a fucking podium. He was robbed.
Ladies and
Ryan
gentlemen,
Curran, what's the story?
Come on.
lads, let me interview
Up the
this.
ass, up the ass.
Let me
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
interview
whoop.
this angel of a driver. Ryan Curran, you are the driver of the day. How did you find that race?
Well,
Lads, the last
Oh,
time we
Ryan,
heard
you're
that
so
was
sexy,
Mexico.
man. You are so
I know
sexy,
it's
man.
driver of the day.
You are driver of the day. Driver of the day, fastest lap, P4. I mean, awesome
What a
stuff.
race.
What a race.
Yeah. Lap one. I think it was Kajoko that spun.
Yeah.
I got damaged there.
Here, Nick Joko.
Went into the went into the pits. Tried to change my wing. The fuck, a shitty ass pit crew won't change it. I went in again. They still didn't fucking change it.
You can
Went
tell
in
we're
a
a Ferrari
third
team,
time.
man. The strategy was fucking shite.
Third
Yeah,
time lucky.
absolutely,
they changed my wing.
absolutely, absolutely. Ryan, Rando wants to know why you like weaving.
Surrender the fuck off back
No,
to
no, no.
Texas.
I didn't weave. Just about 5 yards before the braking zone, I turned into the inside line because I thought you'd get me.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I mean, it wasn't in braking, so I am allowed to do it.
Well, look, a
And
massive P4 for you. Finally, you get more than 10 points.
Up the horse.
Big points for Haas. Big points for Haas tonight. Well done in your driver of the day. How are you feeling for USA next week?
Yeah, he's creaming himself
if,
thinking of
if
it.
you, if you need an answer for that, go look at Tier 4 LOI.
Okay, okay. Best of luck, and well done in your driver of the day.
USA
Thanks.
merchant.
Our P3 then. Alpine's first ever podium, the Dutchman. Alpine's first ever podium, yeah. Masterclass
go.
Dutchman. You sounded Indian for a second there. Masterclass Dutchman. How did you find your qualifying and how did you find your race? Yeah. Mhm. Oh, Ryan, is your mic on share? Yeah, yeah, no one can hear you in the stream. So just make sure you go to party settings. Sorry, yeah, it's yeah, party audio settings. And then see where it says allow your voice to be shared. Yeah, put always allow. Always allow, yeah. Okay, hopefully they can hear you now. SJR isn't in the party. Gaffo, SJR didn't join. The disrespect. He didn't want a Shamrock
Gaffo,
interview.
fuck you. Sorry.
That sentence. And obviously you were fighting McBot for the majority of the race, but did you struggle on the hard tires in more to McBot did? Like, did you feel a bit tough, like more, harder on them?
No. I was
No.
comfortable with the hards.
Okay.
Exactly.
Ryan Curran, shut up.
It's the best performing. But this, for fuck's sake, I performed the best in Saudi Arabia ever. Than this race.
That's very good. Very well
Always,
done.
shit race always is.
And how do you feel then going into Kota? This must give a bit of confidence then.
Yeah, mate.
Very good. Well done.
Sending people.
Congratulations on your podium, your first podium, and your first pole position award as well.
Let's go.
this season. Well done, well done.
Yes.
And now, folks, your race winner.
How is it going, Shamrock? I've never been more happy to hear your voice.
How's it going, FaZe? What a last lap.
What
a
a
last lap.
is right.
Was it a cold brown in the cockpit of the Haas car?
Yeah, man, I was as chill as a fucking ice fall, man. Go away.
So it was a cold chill, okay.
Yeah, go chill, man.
How was your qualifying? That you didn't get pole, so how did you...
I didn't like the lap I said because I was setting quicker laps in practice sessions. I was actually supposed to get out for another lap, but fucking Ryan Karen blocked me in the pits. But anyway, we'll ignore that. But yeah, I was actually happy that Ryan got fucking pole. I didn't think he'd do it, but he did, so fair play to him.
Yeah. And then... Who's playing that?
That's champagne!
Brilliant.
Nice
brilliant.
addition.
Anyway,
Lads. Can I keep interviewing FaZe, please? You can play it after.
Okay.
FaZe, you looked very much comfortable on the hard tires. You were really quick on them. How did you feel on them?
Yeah, like I put them on and I knew it wasn't gonna change the soft or anything like that because the soft here are like fucking the shite. Like when I see
Yeah.
Ryan going in, I thought he was fucking smoking doobies with fucking Ryan Curry and Tala. I was very confused what he was doing, but he pulled me through the P2 in the end, so fair play to him. But yeah, it was grand. Like I felt grip for like the whole time. I didn't feel any sliding or anything. So
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, with Haas now getting a P1 and P4, that puts, well, it jumps you to second anyway ahead of Alfa Romeo. But I think it just brings you a couple points closer to Mercedes in the constructor standings. How are you feeling
Yeah.
ahead of USA next week?
USA, fucking America, has track,
America,
home
pace
track
car.
for America. Home track for
NASCAR
Haas, so,
4
like,
wide.
Exactly.
a brilliant result.
A very good result and a very entertaining battle with you and SJR.
Yeah, fair play to him actually. That was a really good battle, and a good battle with Rayan as well on the start of the race.
Yeah, very, very good. Well, that's our podium, lads. We have a long night ahead of incidents
Hold on!
doing the...
I
Oh,
have
I
a
have a
speech.
question.
it better not be an Arabic speech. Is it an Arabic
It's
speech?
not Arabic. It's not Arabic. Don't worry.
Say your speech then.
Allah
You don't
Akbar.
insult me in it or I'm ending the stream.
I've lived in Tipperary for years, and I've never met a man so beautiful and talented as Glenn Mack. His driving skills are amazing, and he has 0 errors on the track. And I wish him the best of Christmas a man can have. Anyway, moving on to Ryan Curran, a man who we never found out how his race was in Mexico until today. I'm sad to be not sharing the podium with Jinx today. He's a great man with a great heart. He's just shy at driving. That's all for today. Free Aaron Solly, corner to corner is rigged, and Assalamu alaikum or whatever thank you is in Arabic.
Assalamu alaikum.
3, 2, 1.
Wait, Sam, I have a question.
Hang on, what's the question?
People are saying in the chat, SJR has a penalty.
Whoa!
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know, I'm looking in all drivers, and I think people are...
Are they saying he reset the track?
Yes. Maybe.
The beat.
Did it in my pants. I am for real.
Lads, turn that off.
Oh,
Rayan.
what's accident? What's the wind?
So if SJR gets a penalty, Ryan,
Hold
depending
I'm
on what
looking
penalty it is, if it's like a 10-second one, you're on P3. It's a Haas 1-3.
What was that?
at- Come on.
The Williams.
The Williams, yeah. So Ryan, you get
Get in
P2.
there,
You'd get
Oh, the
P2, but
Willies.
we're gonna have a look at the incidents. At the moment, Ryan, you're P4. At the moment, you're still driver of the day, but you're P4 at the moment with fastest lap.
I give him
So,
P3, the fella's been true enough.
shut up, Luke. Ryan, you might be P2, but for the moment you're P3.
Okay.
So we will investigate
Ooh.
through the night.
Right. Exciting.
Investigation.
So, everyone have a good rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking the stream. This
Thank
is
you,
your
somebody.
podium. At the moment, SJR, he's under investigation. Ryan is P3,
Fave
and then your
Ryan
driver
Ryan.
of the day is Ryan Curran in P4 for the fastest lap. Good night, everyone. This has been
Rhino,
Jeddah.
come here.
See you next
Guys.
week.
See you guys.